Alright, so yesterday I made a video talking about the potential for the transforming Goku and transforming Frieza to get super EZAs, and I don't know, that was a fun discussion, so we're going to continue that same thought process here. And again, people are like, oh no, they're doomed now, it's over. Here's Luka Dokkan kind of playing around. Look, chat, all I'm going to say is trust the process. Trust the process, right? And we gotta trust the process with the Dokkan devs when it comes to these two as well. The Resurrection F Blue Goku slash Vegeta and the Resurrection F LR Golden Frieza. Now these two characters are actually on the way to get an EZA, I would say within the next year or so. I don't know why I can't speak. Obviously, we can't really truly predict when exactly they'll be coming. Like, I can't say 100% certainty, like, oh yeah, these characters are gonna EZA in like 3 weeks. I can't say that for sure. But if we're gonna say that this celebration could be Resurrection F themed, which is what I'm personally on, I'm on the Resurrection F thought process here. If that is the case, then these two are just kind of sitting there. We've seen Pat the Power EZA and Tiam to get his EZA. The 2023 Tanabata characters already got their EZA last month, so I think we are in prime range for the Resurrection F Blue Goku Vegeta exchange card, and again LR Golden Frieza to receive their upgrade too. So that would be very, very exciting. And we'll see kind of what happens with these two. I mean, we'll just take a look at some of the replies after we talk about them. But I guess we'll start off with LR Golden Frieza. I think it's going to be a lot easier to talk about this guy because he's already not bad, honestly. I literally used him right now in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight. In fact, I'm gonna just tweet myself like using him in this fight right now, just to show that he could actually still be pretty decent, all things considered, in this fight, which is honestly pretty nice, that he could still actually be somewhat runnable on the LR Omega Shenron team. And again, the LR Omega Shenron team is a very, very cool team, right? There's a lot of really strong villain options, and the thing about this guy being on that Omega team is, of course, he's an Inhuman Deeds character. If it lets me click on this, as an Inhuman Deeds character, this guy does of course fit it. He also does fit. Does he fit Battle of Fate actually? I don't know, because he's on the movies. He is on Battle of Fate. Perfect. Yeah, so again, he also fits the Battle of Fate category team. So he's on Omega Shenron's full leader skill, giving the team the extra HP as well, which is really, really good. But again, Omega gives 70% defense for 2 turns. This could be a very powerful team that this Golden Frieza could be on, even post EZA. But again, once these tweets actually send here, I want to show you all that. Again, this guy's actually still decently runnable to this day, which is really cool. So again, we can show this right here. So this is Golden Frieza under 50% HP. Keep in mind, this guy under 50% HP, he loses 100% attack and defense, right? So that is something that is to be considered, right? He doesn't actually take a super attack from Goku Black and Zamasu here. The Goku Black normals don't really matter because Esther Omega is here, but Zamasu can't be debuffed here. So this is, again, this Golden Frieza, it's his first turn, right? So he has 90% reduction, right? But this is him missing 100% defense. He lives the Zamasu super type disadvantage for 222k. Then we could see, I guess this performance doesn't really matter as much. He actually dodges the Golden Frieza super, or the Rose super attack here, but I'm pretty sure he would have taken very little damage with the 90% reduction up, but he does actually dodge it, which is really funny. So the thing is that this guy could already somewhat perform his role as a slot 1 tank pretty decently well. Of course, as a very old character, he's not going to be doing damage or anything like that. This needs to be like changed in some way or fashion. Maybe it could be after doing 3 super attacks in battle, he gets like key 3 and like 100% attack and defense. Then after receiving 5 attacks, it's like the same thing. Or maybe he builds up. One of those could be possible. Like, every super attack he does, he gets 1 key and I don't know, 20% defense, and then for the attack, it's the same thing, right? Where he builds up those stats. I think that could be really cool. Of course, with the 90% reduction turn 1, he's gonna be pretty good in short fights, which is what the meta is right now. All these short fights. And again, I mean, this guy just not instantly exploding in Slot 1, even like through these Rose normals post super attack, it's pretty good. Like, again, all things considered, and keep in mind he also does have an attack debuff. This is the wrong character. We see some monster's defense is getting lower, but he does lower attack and defense on his 12 key super. I mean, I don't know, maybe this guy could be pretty good. I think he has a really strong kit for his time, and in terms of getting an Extreme Z Awakening, I mean, defensively, they don't even have to add too much for these short fights, because if you're able to keep him on rotation, he'll still be at 70% damage reduction his next turn. And if he has like all this multiplicative defense built up, maybe if he like what if his 12 key gives him a 3-turn raise and he debuffs, maybe he get like greatly lower attack on the 18 key super attack, right? There's a lot of potential goodness for this Golden Frieza, and you know, I'm very excited. The only biggest downside to this guy is that of course he doesn't have big bad bosses, which is really unfortunate. He has the Resurrection F links, which again, I do hope that if we get a new Golden Frieza, they will change this, because especially like, you know, if it's just like a Golden Frieza card, they wouldn't link well together. Maybe it'll be like the new Frieza card that will be like a transforming one, like a final form Frieza into Golden Frieza as possible. If they share these links though, that is 30% attack and 10% defense. That would be pretty good. I just would hope that we wouldn't get these links on these characters, and instead we would get like big bad bosses, Thirst for Conquest for like a new Golden Frieza. But I mean, this guy getting an EZA, he will be just like a very good just option. Even if like we get a new like Golden Frieza named character, this guy will still be valuable on a lot of teams in different scenarios as well. So I think that would be pretty cool. He also does have this here, like HP 50% or less from the 3rd turn. I mean, you might be able to get this. It is an AoE, funny enough. I don't think this active skill would be crazy unless they add something like really crazy in his passive skill for him. You know what would be interesting though? Like, what if like when HP is 50% or more, this guy gets like extra reduction? So like, okay, turn 1, he has 90% reduction, but then when you fall under 50% HP, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I believe, like again, we bring up the Super Saiyan 4s, like where are they? They're actually really far back here. We bring up these guys, I think the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta gets 50% reduction under an HP threshold. Yeah. What if like Golden Frieza gets this ability? Like when HP is 50% or less within the turn, he gets an extra 50% damage reduction. And then maybe that could be like activatable from like the 3rd turn onward. So like, okay, he could have a turn where he's invincible still, even when most of his damage reduction runs out. Like, if like, what if they could, I mean, this would still be, I mean, what if they cap this out at 50%? So then he only goes down to 40% reduction, and then certain turns, like in the future, he could get 90% reduction if you fall under 50% HP within the turn. I think that would be really good. There's lots of ways that they can make this guy great. In terms of damage, I kind of don't care about what damage he does though, personally. I mean, maybe they could give him attack stacking, I guess, but I feel like this guy's always like, this guy was a defensive character. He could actually do some pretty decent damage on release though. Once he got this off, he could actually do some pretty decent damage. So I mean, maybe they would give him a lot of like, you know, maybe they would give him critical hit in here. They could give him attack stacking. They can give him like just like, I don't know, 300% attack with attacker or something crazy, right? Because defensively, he's not even like terrible right now. He doesn't need a lot defensively to be really good. Like even just the basic upgrades would make this guy very strong defensively in short content. It's mostly about that 3rd turn. I think that like, okay, you know, or even like the 5th turn, right? But like in short content, I feel like, okay, you get this guy turn 1, you get him turn 3, then you float him off, and then like he's good from there. And by the time he comes back around, the fight's probably over. That could be interesting too, right? That can pretty much be how you would run this character. So we'll see what this guy does. I mean, maybe they make this like, what if he only loses like, I don't know, this, I feel like I don't know if they would change this. What if they give him stack? Like he just stacks attack and defense permanently. And then like that's to make up for the damage reduction he loses. Maybe he gains guard after a certain period of time. Like there's different things that they could do for this guy. I And I'm very intrigued in what he could be, and I'm very interested to see them make him potentially good. I mean, he's already again a decent character now, so I would say it is a very safe assumption that this guy will at least be, like, I would say at least like a 5, 6 out of 10, which isn't crazy, but it's like the fact that he's still decent now. Like same thing with like LR Super 17. Like they have to give this guy, where is he? Or not LR Super 17, not AGL Super 17. They have to give this guy like basically the minimum for him to be good, which is starter turn stats. Right? If he gets starter turn stats, he gets some multiplicative stats, he'll build up to the 70% reduction. Like he will actually be good. I mean, he is able to, if you get him built up, he's able to live normals in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight. He is a 2020 Easy 8 for global. I think on JP he's also 2020. This guy's a 2022 character. So, again, I have high hopes for this guy. Even if he does like 0 damage, like he heals the enemy, it's okay because he will still serve his role as an invincible kind of tank character turn 1, which will let your characters build up, and then eventually you could put some other different characters in that position where he may not be able to. But even on his second turn, man, with 70% reduction, he could still potentially be very tanky, especially once he gets this multiplicative defense kind of ability up. Again, they're gonna increase his stats, like that's a thing they're gonna do. So, again, I'm looking forward to this guy getting Easy Day very much. He's one of my most anticipated Easy A's personally. Now we can talk about the Resurrection F Blues. I feel like these guys are a little more wishy-washy. Who knows what they're gonna do with these guys. Blue Goku. I mean, okay. This character is always interesting because he's like, he builds up, but then eventually you switch over to Vegeta. And the reason why is because this guy will lose his Key 3 and then additional with a high chance to be a super after 3 turns. And the idea is that you will exchange it to Vegeta when the 4th turn, and then you get Vegeta out. Now, Blue Goku himself, I wonder what they would do with him. I wonder if he'll be like, they could do what they did with the Blues here, where, not this guy, where the Blue Goku side of the card is like majorly defensive, like early on, and then he stacks attack, because this guy does stack attack, right? We see here he raises attack, causes immense damage. He could, maybe what if he greatly raises attack, raises defense for the turn, causes immense damage. This could be fine. Like, what if it's Key 3 and then an additional super attack guaranteed? Give him an additional with the 70% chance to be a super attack in his, basic effects. Sure, just increase these stats. Increase these stats, right? Again, this guy has quite a decent amount of multiplicative stats already. He just needs some sort of defensive mechanic in here to make him really good. What if he, 70% dodge or something like that? Sure, I guess, right? Just make him a character where he's going to be good from the start, of course. Like, what if he has 70% dodge, then 20% dodge for the first 3 turns? That would be pretty crazy. It wouldn't be like, it wouldn't make him invincible, of course, but I think that would be interesting. So it's like, okay. And then, after the first 3 turns, he'll lose that dodge, and then you switch over to Vegeta. Or in longer fights, you can keep stacking with this guy, because it's not like the boss will hit you that hard anyways, and that will allow Vegeta to start doing some pretty significant damage. I think that could be what they go with this guy, rather than making him like a defensive stacker into Vegeta. It could be an offensive stacker into Vegeta with, high dodge early on. A lot of Blue Goku characters, I feel like, nowadays kind of get like dodge, like, okay, God SS Goku, let's take a look here at the most recent Gokus. I mean, again, if we want to count God Goku and hit dodge prevalent, this guy's damage reduction, this guy is a dodge character, these guys are dodge characters, the gods are dodge characters, this character is damage reduction at guard, being fair. I mean, if they want to give these, they would be better if they get damage reduction on guard, but I could see Goku being like 90% dodge for the first 3 turns. Would that be too broken? Maybe it could be 90% dodge on the first turn, and then maybe it could have like a 3-turn defensive raise or something. Or it could just be like he guards, and then for the first 3 turns he has like 59% damage reduction, which would also be pretty insane, but I don't think that will aid as well as like 90% dodge for the first 3 turns. But then again, you know, they gave AGOUI Goku guaranteed dodge a while ago, but that's also an anniversary character EZA, so that's maybe a little different. Like, what recent TUR EZAs? I mean, again, we can point to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We're skipping this guy. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is really good, but I feel like he doesn't really, like, these two don't represent what I'm kind of talking about anyways. Tech Kel and Caulifla is kind of what I'm thinking about here. Well, the thing about this character, though, being fair, is that they stack both attack and defense, but they have this. They could get this multiple times. Jay, you know what? I feel like 90% chance to dodge for the first few turns wouldn't be too bad. Or maybe they could even give 80% chance to dodge for the first 3 turns if they want to be like that. But like this guy, for example, turn 1, he has 80% damage reduction. Tech Sin gets extra 40% damage reduction turn 1. Like, that kind of design for this character, I think would be really good. And, you know, if they want to make this guy age well, then for sure 90% dodge for the first 3 turns here. Again, that's only until you could exchange it to Vegeta. If they want to be nice, they would also increase this to 4 turns in case you need to float this character. But considering that you exchange into Vegeta from the 4th turn if you want to, I'm not 100% sure if they'll do this, but at least this active skill condition is extremely easy to get off, which is really, really nice. Now, again, they could really do a lot with this character, but we just really want to make sure that it's basically Goku building up into the Vegeta side of the card. Vegeta on release was pretty good. There were situations where, you know, he would be able to live the AGO Broly's super attack, which is what, like 2 mil, wasn't it? Not like 2 mil or something like that, or I forgot how hard it hit like on release. It's been such a long time. Now we have bosses hitting like 20-30 mil, so you know, that's pretty funny. Rainbow Orb changing. I don't know why this is only 3 turns. This should be permanent. 1 attack from 12 more key with 1 or more Rainbow Key Spheres. This guy got this 1 key and then 25% chance to crit per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. He should get like 4 key per Rainbow Key Sphere. Make him always guide towards Rainbow Key Spheres would be ideal, because he wants to get 3+ Rainbow Key Spheres. I mean, ideally he gets 4 Rainbow Key Spheres, because then he'll get the guaranteed crit here. Maybe he can get like 50% chance to crit, and then this could stay the same. Maybe 2 key per Rainbow Key Sphere, where he only needs 2 Rainbow Key Spheres would be ideal. Just because I feel like asking for like 4 Rainbow Key Spheres is kind of crazy, and especially since he only Rainbow Orb changes for the first certain few turns, right? Maybe this could be like a massive attack raise instead of a 50%. Give him an additional super somewhere. Maybe like for the first 3 turns, he gets like an extra 300% attack, and he's just like a character that's like, okay, you exchange to this guy when you want to finish the boss off. Just like, you know, the blue Goku and Vegeta, this guy, right? Where, you know, you use his active skill, put him in slot 3, and he just like obliterates the boss. He does like crazy damage. So, I don't know. Vegeta himself is the one that might not need as much. Of course, you know, defensive mechanics would still always be very valuable for both sides of these characters, but again, earlier on in fights are going to be the most important place, because like at least by the time this Vegeta comes out, we'll have a lot of abilities with our other characters. Like turn 4 kind of feels like where things really start to get safe, in a sense where, you know, maybe like bosses like Rose and stuff like that build up, but so many of our characters get abilities. You could fuse into Super Saiyan 4 physical Gogeta. You could what's it called, get the God's transformation. You can get the Blue's active skills. You can get Goku Black and Zamasu's active skill. Like there's so many of these abilities on turn 4, sometimes turn 3, but like turn 4 kind of feel like is a general thing that we've seen from these characters. So this Vegeta, like on turn 4, he probably would be in a bit of a safer position. It would be really cool maybe if like these guys debuffed too. Like what if Goku greatly raised attack, raised defense for the turn, and then lowered attack? Vegeta could maybe still lower attack as well. That could be cool. But who knows? We'll have to kind of wait and see with these guys. Again, these guys are a little more like scary. They need more to them than like Golden Frieza, who has like 90% reduction. But this could be, they could be pretty good still. I mean, they would link again extremely well with the new Super Saiyan Blue Goku. 5 links here still, right? If the new Goku has like the exact same links as this guy, rather than the Resurrection F characters, they would share 5 links. If they do not share the same amount of links though, that would be fine still. This guy doesn't have Kamehameha, being fair. That's the one thing that he's missing. Like, for example, this guy has Kamehameha here. What's something that's missing? Saiyan Warrior Race, is it? Yeah, Saiyan Warrior Race is the link that's missing here. Which is fine. You know, this is a pretty decent link. It's nothing crazy, though. I mean, a lot of the recent characters have it, so... Who knows? Let's take a look at some of the replies, and we'll kind of finish things off from here. Yeah, they're either be good or bad. Exactly, Dondre, right? AGL Golden Frieza would be very nasty in this meta, yep. One of them's getting fumbled, I don't know which. If we were gonna say one of them would get fumbled, it would probably be the Blues. Say it again, yep. Are they now? They won't get fumbled, Chad. Trust. Don't hate on them. Everyone's hating the Resurrection Blues, including me. I feel like they're the most likely of the two to get fumbled, of course. But yeah, they go out of the way. They got to go out of their way to undertune Frieza. No, they're not. Maybe remember that you own the Blues, but you ignored them and they signed your box for 2 years as an SSR. That's pretty funny. Again, a lot of people are really excited for Golden Frieza here. Again, one of the replies are, yeah, I mean, people are liking this, of course, you know. Again, Golden Frieza is not even bad right now, so I think it's gonna be a bit difficult to make him bad, considering that he's actually runnable right now. But never say never, guys. So let me know what y'all want to see, what y'all are thinking about Golden Frieza and then Resurrection Blues, what you would want to see from their EZAs, of course, too. I think, you know, lots of good possibilities. You know, we could also maybe get sub EZAs for these two here. They awaken from STR Blue Calican medals. I mean, imagine giving these two sub EZAs. They're stackers. Orb changing stackers. They can link very well with the new characters. I think, you know, more sub EZAs will always be nice. So thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.